Hey everybody! How are you doing? It's Meowth. That's right. Had to bring my big event announcer voice to the game today. I wanted to talk real quick, first of all, about what my favorite thing is about doing these YouTube videos. The thing I guess I look forward to most is all the comments and everything that come with every video. So, make a video, you get people watching it, of course. That's cool. That's really awesome, actually. You get likes, which is good too. But my favorite part is definitely the comments. I love interacting with everybody out there. I do make sure to respond, of course, to everybody, or, you know, Wallguy responds, or one of us responds to everybody. So, if you don't get a response, something's going on. I wonder what that could be. So I've recently acquired a portable electronic device for the specific purpose of talking or commenting to you guys and making sure that I get to talk to every one of you basically as soon as it happens. I mean, when somebody comments, I pretty much am checking, you know, 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes more. It seems like if there's a lot of activity, I'll really be all over that shit. But with this portable electronic device, I've noticed that the way that it responds to some of you, I'm not sure if it's getting back to you or letting you guys know that I actually responded to you. And what I'd like to do, if you guys can help me in doing this, is running a little experiment. So anybody who's intended to comment like you normally do, go ahead and leave your comment, and I'll respond to you either way that I can, whether I'm at home with my PC and I can respond like normal so you guys can normally see it, or if I'm at work and unable to, I'm going to use my portable electronic device. And if you don't receive a response within the first 2 to 3 hours, then go ahead and let me know that you didn't get a reply. And if you, of course, did get a reply, let me know that too. Now check this out right here. This frickin' sniper firing from a bunker up there. I drop a nade in on his ass. And I've got to say, the 2 things that I love probably most in Warfighter right now are nade kills and kills with secondary weapons. Now, secondary weapons are just fun just because I like the feel and the sound when I'm firing my gun and I hear the bot, like, say, the bullet ripping through his body. It's pretty damn sweet, I gotta say. No, I'm not some psycho, but the other thing is with nades, I feel like, especially when I'm playing with, what is this, Spec Ops class? Yeah, something like that. Whatever this class is called. It just seems like the best long-range weapon. Like, with the MP7, I noticed that there's great difficulty that I'm finding in actually killing somebody because there's just way too much damn spread. You're actually going to see quite a few awesome nade kills throughout this round. Now, the other thing I'd like to point out about my gameplay while I'm using Spec Ops is how I use a signal scan. Now, I know a lot of people maybe think of it as a way to see around a wall, you know, when somebody's right on the other side of it so they can quickly kill them, you know, but of course the reason I don't think that works so well is because and that was badass, so I just saved that guy. It doesn't work terribly well because they can hear your signal scan, and of course they're going to know that they're going to be somebody coming right around the corner. So what I like to do with it is use it from super far away, and that way they don't hear it, and it sort of just points me in the direction of where the enemies are. The only problem that remains is how I'm going to kill these guys once I get to the location where they're at. Because if I'm not super close, because it seems to me the only range that the MP7 is very good at is extremely close range. If I'm not very close, then what am I going to do? So pretty much I've got to nade somebody from super far away, and that's why I've sort of developed my ability. That's right, I developed my ability to get good at tossing nades to specific points. Now, to this point, I've primarily been using Spec Ops. But of course, after this game, maybe a few games after, I decided to start using point man class, and I can tell you that one of the things I definitely miss is having the frag grenades so I can kill people, because instead, of course, they're flash bangs or whatever they are. And it just sucks because it seems like, I still got to go in and kill people. Now, the difference, of course, is that that point man gun really tears ass through people. It has no problems dropping anybody, especially at any kind of decent range. You can really get your enemy there. Of course, I am still relatively new to the point man class, so I don't know if it's, the best class out there. I still consider myself really new to the whole Warfighter thing. I'm certainly nobody's master at this point, certainly not like you've seen me in some other games. I currently don't really have a game that I consider myself fully invested in, at least as far as the next FPS to take 2010's place. Warfighter obviously has its problems. It seems like since EA's decided to drop support, they're going to leave this game more broken than they left Medal of Honor 2010. And that's not a good thing, because it leaves me in this sort of limbo state where I don't really feel any compulsion to get, better than everybody else at anything. Certainly, this game has its fair share of things that are extremely fun. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be playing it right now. But it's definitely got its big-time bugs and, flaws that, at times can make it really annoying to play. But then again, it's not like Blops 2 is really completely taken my fancy either, so you're definitely going to see a variety of things. But I have been playing more and more of this game, been getting a little bit hooked on it. It's just, mind-bendingly frustrating that they've sort of screwed this game over to the point where other people are going to get really frustrated with it before, I do. They'll stop playing it long before I do. But I definitely have fun playing this game, especially when I'm playing it with a friend, like, Wallguy or Old Bean himself, or even iRage, who I haven't played with in a long time. Want to get back and play some with you, fool? I got a little bit gangster on you. I don't know why, it always comes back to the gangster in me coming out. One thing I really need to be thankful for, I guess I should say, is to this current generation of FPS games. Because it's helped me escape the vacuum that is the FPS genre. It's allowed me to get out and actually get back to playing some other games that I really, would have wanted to play before. To give you an example of what I haven't gotten to play yet, and it's ridiculous, it's so old. I haven't been able to even play Zelda Wind Waker. I mean, how lame is that? But seriously now, our channel's always really been a reflection of what it is that we're playing at the time. And what I've been playing at the time actually has been quite a variety of games, and that's of course why I haven't really mastered any of these yet. I just haven't had a game really grab me. What it means for me, though, is that you might be seeing quite a bit more variety from me as far as the different kinds of games that I'll be posting. Maybe FPS game, maybe not. But it definitely doesn't mean that you won't see me playing, more games like Warfighter or Call of Duty Black Ops 2 or even 2010. Hell, you may even see some Rainbow Six Lockdown, some old school shit. I'm gonna take it a little bit deeper here because not only do I believe in playing what you want to play and doing what you want to do, I also mean that you need to do so in life, because I'm a firm believer that, the meaning of life is to enjoy it. Now, anything else that you do to get there, such as work or school so that you can gain the knowledge to be able to make more money and, of course have that money so that you could go have more fun, is all just a means to get to that point of enjoyment. Now, I became a pilot, of course, because I not only wanted to enjoy my life away from work, but I wanted to enjoy basically everything, every aspect about my life. The reason I feel this is so important is because when you have dissatisfaction in your life, it causes undue stress, and what that does to you, of course, can actually start to cause some major health problems. You really need to find peace with what it is exactly that you do. And watch this right here. you see a perfect example of just how to use that signal scan and my long-range weapon, the grenade. Boom! Of course, you will hear some people say, and it is true, of course, that some stress is necessary and some stress is good for you. The reason this is because the stress that you're facing in everyday life, it sort of forces you to strive. Oh, here's a perfect shiny example of the MP7 being a shitty-ass long-range gun. Yeah, stress, a certain amount, just forces you to strive to be a little bit better, to do a little bit more, you know, to really achieve something with your life. But if there's too much stress, there's just something wrong. There's, you know, something either you're doing wrong or something that's wrong in your life, and you really need to address that. That said, there's another topic I'd really like to broach, and yes, I did just say broach, but that would be the topic of our commentating style, and by that, I of course mean the type of topics that Wallguy or myself typically pick, and you know, you'll notice it varies quite a bit between myself and Wallguy. Wallguy generally tends to take the more you know, educated talk and topic about whatever video game it is that he's playing, and my view typically tends to be more just that of a gamer's perspective. So I kind of let Wallguy handle the more serious issues where he could speak on exactly what's going on in the game, because I really feel that it does you guys a better service, for one, to hear it from a professional. He is an industry professional. Programming is his language, so when he says something, it's not just speaking out of his ass. It's not guesses on how they did something, generally, unless he says it is. He knows. Now, when I speak on something like that, I'm just guessing, so it's all about, at least with me, it's all about, you know, what I see it as I play. You know, I think, hey, that's kind of dumb how they do that. The whole thought process of why they even did that doesn't even go into it. So I'm curious to know, because I do have expertise in other fields and I have some very interesting stories to tell. Curious if anybody's actually interested, fist bump, in seeing or hearing any of these stories. Let me know in the comments. I will talk to you next time. You guys are awesome. Bye.